Hey there, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to your side quest Contact. We're going to be doing now episode 23 of Let's Make an Adventure. Now, we left off, let's see, let's go to our Act 2 document here. Where do we leave off? So we left off kind of with a combative scenario regarding the Centaur Paladin, the Githzare lover. Let's come up with let's give her a name real quick. Let's see. How about I was thinking about this before I started. How about Elomia? I like that. Elomia. That's her name. And what was his name? Let's go find him. Rolencio. So, the story of Rolencio and Elomia. Forbidden lovers, caught in a interplanal situation, and she's now Elomia is now stuck on this world, banished from her people for engaging in this affair with this paladin, this centaur paladin of the wilderness, so to speak. And now the players are going to encounter this couple in some sort of public situation wherever they happen to be when they wrap up scenario Act One. Excuse me. And they're going to overhear an argument. She wants him to go with her. She's convinced that this were tiger creature can grant them power, and they can be together forever. They can rule the forest. They can do be a good situation for them. He's a little hesitant. He's like, I don't know. It's a lycanthropy is a curse. May not be the best thing for us. And then she's going to go anyway. So the players are going to kind of overhear something like that, which may lead them to want to go investigate. All right, so when they get there, yeah, you'll like him. He's a mighty warrior. That's what she's trying to tell him. He has the key to increasing power, and we could rule this region if we wanted. And Elomia can. Let's go ahead and make her put her name in here. Elomia can not control her change yet. She has been infected, and the were tiger is currently training her, but she has not reached the level where she can control her change. Elomia. And Selena, that's our wizard lieutenant. Selena is likely there, but not our were tiger. Players may want to intercede and neutralize this threat, because once they get there, that's when Elomia is going to try to demonstrate. Look what he's done for me, but she's not going to be able to make the full change, and then the players may see this. Now, if it comes to battle again, Rolencia will side with Elomia all the time, unless there's some magic involved, some mind messing with magic that the players are capable of doing. He's going to be siding with his lover, no matter what she's done, no matter what she's become. He's on her side, and that's why he's the false ally, because he's not going to side with the players when a key critical moment comes. It's not like he's plotting, ha ha ha, I'm going to betray the players, but no, when a key moment comes, he's going to make a decision that goes against the players. So they're going to be in this situation. They're going to have Rolencio, they're going to have Elomia, Selena, and her flying sword to deal with. Our main antagonist is not here yet, but this is still a pretty intensive match, depending on because our players are second level. So we have these, and they're going to have these you know things to deal with. All right, players likely to escape if they want. If some are captured, they'll be disarmed, disarmer, put in the cage, awaiting the were tiger. Now, none of the NPCs are going to fight to the death. They will try to escape, and they may even try to negotiate. And that's when our main antagonist is going to come back afterwards. Once all this is done and settled, either the players have retreated or one's in a cage or whatever has happened. The were tiger will come back, probably with some probably in hobgoblin form, and probably carrying a couple fresh deer that he had just killed for eating. And then once he sees this situation, likely if Selena is around, she's definitely going to report what's happened. And yeah, so he's going to now start plotting against the players, which brings us into our situations for Act Three. So good. This is a good Act 2, and now we're ready to move into Act 3, where we can now have our main antagonist and our lieutenant actually take active roles moving against the players. It's going to start with the lieutenant, so we're going to pull her up. We're going to think of what she can do, and then think of some other maybe monster-based encounters that go along with that. So let's come up with. Let's go file, new document. Okay, we'll save that later. Okay, so this is going to be our Act 3. We have antagonist, the were-tiger, and we haven't come up with a name for him yet. And Selena, now actively moving against the players. And we're going to determine, what that looks like. Moving, plotting against players. Because by now, they both know the players are involved, what's happening, and they now consider the players a threat. Okay, so now before we move into that, I want to take a quick look at something back in Act 1. And this was a suggestion given me to by a viewer. So we're going to take a look at this, and I think it's a good idea. We're going to go back into my. And the suggestion was that since we've rolled gnome so many times as we're kind of developing these foundations, why not go ahead and put that auto gnome back in here? The very first roll we made when we were thinking of setting up these NPCs was an auto gnome, and we rolled gnomes a couple times, and I've discarded the gnome idea a couple times just because of fitting into the story. But since we do have gnomes in the story now, why not have an auto gnome in here? So what I thought it would be a good idea was Kimchek, our Hadozi contact in the Hadozi Treetop Village, probably has an auto gnome like Seneschal, or like I don't want to say lieutenant, but a Seneschal, an assistant, tasked to aid Kimchek in his administering and managing of the town. So let's see if we could find anything about auto gnomes. Oh, this is Monsters of the Multiverse. They're going to be in Spelljammer. So let's go there. Spelljammer. Here, Bestiary. Okay, Autognome. And we don't have to come up with a character sheet because I think we have yeah, we got a good stat block here. Challenge rating 2. That's good for that scenario. Small construct, any alignment. It's gonna be there to assist Kimchek. Magical gnome that resembles the rock gnome who created it. It could never be mistaken for a gnome. Metallic outer casing, so essentially looks like a gnome robot. Magical robot. Whenever the auto gnome takes 15 damage or more from a single source and isn't at 0, roll a d20 to determine if it suffers a malfunction. That's funny. Have a magical day. The autognome explodes and is destroyed. Each creature within 20 feet of the exploding autognome, dexterity save, or take 4d10 damage, slashing damage. 2 shock attacks. So yeah, this thing could come in handy. So what I'm going to do is let's go back into where's Kimchek's document? Here he is. And we're going to have is an Auto Gnome Seneschal assistant, and and I've been thinking about this dynamic between Kimchek and this Auto Gnome, and for some reason in my mind, if you've ever watched the show Futurama, if you remember the Zap Brannigan character, he was the Captain Kirk spoof character, and his first officer, I think it was Kip or Kiff, something like that. But you know how Kip was always, okay, yes sir, whatever. And I'm thinking that's kind of the same dynamic with this. So let's go with, and I don't know if it's the same name, but we'll go with Kip. That's going to be its name. Kip the Auto Gnome. And when the players are there interacting with Kimchek, we can highlight that, right? Kip's going to be there. Kimchek may tell Kip to do something. Okay, yes sir. You know, just always annoyed, always perturbed. And because also Kimchek is also an arrogant character. Remember, we decided that's one of his flaws, because he descends from famous Hadozi from the Astral Sea. He's got that little arrogance about him, so that's why this also fits. We got Zap Brannigan and Kip here, interacting with the players. So I think that'll be a funny addition and funny dynamic. Okay, so now let's go back to Act 3. Oh, here it is. Yep, okay. So, now, a were-tiger, a hobgoblin were-tiger, I'm thinking, is not going to risk moving into the city to enact any schemes or plans. Hobgoblins are more militaristic, so they are good at strategy, but their strategy involves fighting in armies and such, not negotiating a political landscape. And there's also and he's smart enough to realize there's a risk of being discovered. Someone may discover them, and if he's in the city, he's kind of in a center of a bad situation. Who knows who's got silver weapons or magical weapons that could threaten him? So the hobgoblin's going to hang out, right? So he's going to stay in the jungle while the lieutenant goes to enact some scheme or plot against the players. So to define that, so say Selena. Yeah, all right. Let's just go into our encounters. Hey, what's up, Kip? All right, so tools, encounters. Okay, so our players. Oh, okay. Oh, well, I forgot to mention. Once all the situations have settled for Act Two, they've dealt with the centaur, they've dealt with the Gazare, the wizard, and she probably still carries that flying sword. That's probably still attached to her. Probably, I imagine it looks pretty cool. Her in her wizardly robes and a long sword sheathed at her side. You don't really see that often, like wizards with a sword sheathed. And all she has to do is unsheath it and let go, and the sword is its own independent monster in the battle. So so yeah, our players are at this point are probably level 3 now. They were level 2 through Act 2. Now that once they're done with Act 2, we're in Act 3, so they can move up to level 3. So our monsters, let's choose. Let's go to max challenge rating 2. We don't want to go too high. And let's bump our minimum up to 1. Yeah, we're good now. We can move into 1. No, let's keep it 1/2. So just there's a little distance there. Just drop construct here. Okay. All right. Let's get a monster type. All right. So 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A fiend. That's always a good option, right? Fiends. We got imps here. Yep. I think this wizard should have definitely could have an imp. Maw demons. Quasits. Maybe Quas and imp I think are the same, just chaotic versus lawful. Ruderkin, Space Clown, nah. Vargile, Vargile Reflection, Spine Devil. All right, I want to look at something. Let's if we put in didn't want to do that. If we added Spine Devil, let's where's our players? I think what we're saying at we're level 3 now. So if we got 4 third level players, Spine Devil should be easy. So maybe we need another one. Oh, now it's hard. Okay, 2 Spine Devils would be hard. Yeah, I used those in a prior venture. So let's take a look at imps. I like imps because they could serve wizards. Tiny Fiend, Lawful Evil. Yeah, this is the lawful one. Shape Changers, Stinger. But an imp is only, it's a 1. So what would an imp, what kind of threat does an imp pose? Not much at all. Then how about thinking maybe something, we could have something summoned to try to kill the players. All right, let's look at what's a Rudderkin. Oh, that's gross. Chaotic Evil. I don't think anything, I don't want to use anything chaotic at this point because a low level person, chaos is too unpredictable. Like chaotic evil fiends, too unpredictable. Lawful evil fiends. Yeah, they're evil, but at least they'll keep their agreements. They'll keep their word. That's their big feat. Their big difference there, I think. Yeah, we don't want to use a monster from the abyss. We want something that's a little more refined. But let's see, stench cow. What is that? It's cattle, fiendish cattle. Misshapen bicep native to the lower planes. Orange and green creatures that defend themselves by miasmics. So hideous to be toxic. Well, that's good. All right, so yeah, definitely not that. Let's say, uh, what's a Nupuriabo? Oh, mm. No soul is turned away from hell, but the truly worthless, those whose evil act in lives arose from carelessness and inaction, are suitable only to become Nupuriabos. Nuperbos. Pitiful creatures shuffled across the landscape. Yeah, still, yeah, I'm not seeing this for our situation either. That's alright. We'll find something. Yeah, don't want to use space clowns. Let's take another quick look at imp. See how we could utilize this. Alright, so it has devil's sight, so no magical darkness doesn't impede the vision. Magical resistance, lots of damage resistance, and immunities, condition immunities. Can be a shape changer, okay. A beast that resembles a rat, a raven, or a spider. It's got a bite, a sting, and become invisibility. Maybe, maybe. Let's keep it up. Let's drop these other ones. We'll keep it up just to just to see. But let's get another one too. All right, let's drop fiend and let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4 construct again. there's our Autonym. Modron's Clockwork Horrors. Animated Armor. Animated Ballista. Oh, there's more. There's a lot. Okay, I could see something like this. Yeah. How about we have something like a trap? We're trying to lure the players into a trap where these things are there. And we have the imp who could kind of be like the bait, as it were. Like obviously the players are going to the scenario is going to be such that the players can say, "Oh, what's that imp or rat or something doing?" to catch their eye, and but that's on purpose, and then it's going to lead them to a spot where there could be like some of these constructs ready to take them down, and even Selena might be there. So Rogues of Smothering, those are fun. Oh, that's actually perfect, kind of, for what we might want to do. All right, let's take a quick look at Clockwork Horror. And that looks like something out of a sci-fi role-playing book, doesn't it? It's all Spelljammer stuff. So, nah, okay, so we'll bypass that. But we could have. Let's take a look at these Rugs of Smothering. That could be like nearly. That could be perfect. All right, Smother. +5. Reach +5. Reach 5 feet. Medium small creature. The creature is grappled until the grappling ends. Until the grapple ends, the target is restrained, blinded, and at the risk of suffocating, and the rug can't smother another target. In addition, at the start of each target's turn, the target takes 10 bludgeoning damage. Okay, I like this. False appearance, indistinguishable from a normal rug. Alright, so I'm going to take a look at our encounters. Okay, so Flying Rug, or sorry, Rug of Smothering. We had two of those. That's going to be a hard encounter. And then if we had, let's drop construct. Let's put our imp in the mix. Okay, now we have a deadly encounter. So if we drop one rug, we have a hard encounter. But if Selena is there with her flying sword, so yeah, that could be. Here it is, flying sword. Okay, that's still, those three alone are still hard. Selena will probably top that up to deadly, but I wouldn't worry about that. Players. My players have often, made their way past deadly encounters. It's not easy, but they usually find a way. Okay, so let's put this in our notes. So where are we at? Okay, it's a trap. So we have an imp trying to lure players into a trap. Trap. How many did we say? We had one. Okay. Trap involves a rug of smothering to grapple one player. And I'm thinking, because what is this? This is going to be rug of smothering. What's the difficulty? I think strength, yeah. To escape a grapple. Let's double check. All right, speed is 0. Can't benefit from any bonus to speed. That's it. I guess it can still do stuff. Like it can still attack. But in this case, we also, here it is. We also got when they're grappled, they're restrained and blinded. So grappled, restrained, and blinded. Let's make sure we know what that does. Restrained. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls are so it still can attack, but it's a disadvantage on stuff. And blinded, yeah, can't see, and disadvantage on any attacks. All right. So we have. How do we get out? Does say how to get out? Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, strength save. I'm thinking DC 13. So our rug is going to want to go for the one with the lowest strength. And we can assume that our little imp here has had time to observe as a spider, as a bird, as a rat, doesn't matter. And has had time to observe, so knows, like, all right, so maybe even want to pinpoint, like, the spellcaster, like, whoever, the wizard, or the sorcerer, or the warlock. Cleric might be, a little stronger, but hitting one of those characters is going to be a bad thing for the players. If the spellcaster is wrapped up, taking damage, can't do anything, and yeah. So the weakest player, while the imp, Selena, and her sword attack the others. So that'll be a fun fight. Now I'm thinking we're in a town, we're in a city, in the city or one of the towns we've already been to, and our imp is going to find some way to lure our players. Um, since it can change shape into the rat, the spider, or the raven. Um, yeah, yeah, it could just kind of be like, maybe it's even like trying to look like, hey players, look at me, caw, and players are going to like, hey, what's that about? And it's obviously going to be focused on the players, always going to stay out of reach, and maybe looking like, maybe, some people take ravens as a good sign, and they're good birds, and then we say, well, let's follow this thing. The raven leads them to a building, doesn't want to look too suspicious. Maybe it leads them to like an inn, perhaps, and the raven flies up into a room in the second floor, open window in the second floor, cawing at the players again, caw, until the players eventually will know what room that is. When they get in, the rug lashes out at a spellcaster. The raven turns into the imp, and Selena comes out of invisibility with her sword, and they're going to try to take out the players. That's a good one. We'll say room in an inn, second floor, rug is waiting, Selena and her sword are invisible until they start fighting. All right. Now, so if the players, so let's think of this: players victorious versus players defeated. Selena's likely at this point. Selena's likely to come clean. She'll let the Selena will tell her tell everything she knows. Whatever they want to hear to survive. And, but obviously, escape is her main priority if the battle goes bad. We'll try to escape, but if captured, we'll tell them whatever they need, want to hear so she survives. Now, if they're defeated, how is Selena going to get any of these people to back out into the jungle to be infected? I don't think she's going to be able to. I agree. Yeah, the cat agrees. Um, so are we? Is this going to be the TP? I don't like to set up situations where there's like a total wipe. Even if the players are wiped, I always like to have some silver lining. Like, okay, you're not dead, but hey, you're all captured. Figure your way out of it. But in this situation, maybe she's already got it set up. Maybe she's got some wagons set up. Yeah, she's smart. She knows the lay of the land. She knows how to work the system. She's probably got things already set up. So if the players are taken out, she could probably quietly like wait till dark. And if there's a scuffle, she'll be able to talk her way through and, oh yeah, sorry, we had an accident, knock some stuff over, no big deal. Pay off, throw the right gold coins to the right people. No one asks too many questions, and we can move the players out to the jungle. Okay. So if defeated, players again disarmed, disarmored, and taken to the jungle for the were tiger. Yeah, oh well. Okay. So so either way, the players are going to be making it out into the jungle for our showdown with the were tiger. Now, I want to. I think we'll be talking about this final showdown next session, and but what we're going to do is we're going to set it up so it's not just going to be a traditional. Here's the final boss. Reduce its hit point to zero, and game one. We're going to add some complications. We're going to add some twists, so that the players have to make more decisions, not just kill the bad guy or kill the final monster. Okay. Wow, I didn't realize we had gone over, but hey, that's cool. We got a lot of good stuff in here. We're going to be moving on our final showdown, our final scenario, next episode. So in the meantime, I hope all of you have a great day. We'll talk to you all later.